Hello, I like money.
What's good, people? Agent Juice reporting for duty. What makes a successful cartoon? And what can be done to emulate that model? Honestly, I don't know. If I did, I would be the richest man in Hollywood. Believe me, there are so many people who are always trying to make the most successful thing. Nobody out there is trying to make something suck. I mean, there's probably some people who are trying to, but if they're doing something like that, they're probably doing it for a special reason in order to exceed in another venture. Think like the producers, where they're trying to make something so crappy that they can, make bank on the insurance money. Point is, everyone is trying to succeed in some way, and I am no exception. So I want to kind of, dissect what I believe to be the way to make a successful cartoon is based on what I've researched and what I've heard people more successful than I say themselves. So without further ado, let us go ahead and buckle into the first video of the year. Let's go ahead and, of course, smash the like button to appease the almighty algorithm that rules our pathetic lives, and let's get on with it. So, the speed paint that you're seeing right now is done for a very special reason. What is the speed paint? The speed paint is, of course, the ever so famous Spongebob Squarepants, along with my own original character, Donut Steel, Felicia, from my own cartoon I'm trying to make called the Schneeevil. And of course, this is the part where I shill it, so go ahead and click the link below if you want to see the little pilot animatic thing that I made for it. Anyway, I decided to draw this picture for a couple of reasons. The main reason is the more nefarious reason, and that reason is because I am trying to do a little psychology trick by associating a very popular cartoon character, Spongebob, with my own character, Felicia, and trying to make a connection between the two to poke at your monkey brain subconscious to make you think, oh, one is like the other. Therefore, if I like SpongeBob, I have to like Felicia. Ho-ho! I mean, it's probably not working that way, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it that way anyway. Also, I wanted to make this picture because I am trying to make Schneeevil successful. You know, it's my cartoon. Obviously, I want it to succeed. So I am going to be looking at SpongeBob and other works that are successful and try to kind of dissect what makes them work and see if I can somehow implement it. And maybe if my rambling and musings are of any use to you, if you're creative, then maybe you can use these techniques as well. Or if you're just curious to see what I have to say about the whole debacle, you can just continue to watch. Now, before really getting into what I want to talk about, I first want to make a clarification. For the sake of this video, I am going to make a distinction between good and successful. Now, when I say something is good, in this case, like a cartoon or TV show or what have you, what I mean is that it is a well-crafted story, right? The characters are written well. It's a captivating story. It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. It's good, right? It's something that will be like remembered and studied in schools for years and decades and centuries even to come. When I say successful, what I specifically mean is the following. First, it draws attention, whether that attention is good or bad. Second, it brings in revenue, money, moolah, change, cash, loot, that which makes this world go round. Using SpongeBob SquarePants as an example, I believe that SpongeBob is successful because it is very clearly able to draw a lot of attention. Everyone knows about SpongeBob. Like, it's to the point where it's in our, like, it's so ingrained in our pop cultures, we make references to it all the time, sometimes without even knowing about it. The last time I did a SpongeBob video, which I will link down below because it's an algorithm trick, I speed painted Sandy Cheeks in a Space Ranger suit, the Space Rangers from, Toy Story. And one of the things I said in that video is that SpongeBob is so popular that even Marvel movies were making references to it, and I showed this clip.
You're trespassing in this city and on this planet.
It means get lost, Squidward.
That's how ingrained SpongeBob is in our pop culture. I mean, it's a joke in a Marvel movie. So clearly it has garnered a lot of attention. And of course, a TV show like that has obviously made a lot of money. And mostly that money has been made off of like merchandising and, making movies and all the normal stuff. Like you got SpongeBob paraphernalia, you got SpongeBob toys. I mean, when I was because SpongeBob is old. It came out in '99. So when I was a kid, I had SpongeBob themed folders for school. Okay, so and when I was in high school, I knew a kid who had a SpongeBob backpack. So the merchandising is out the wazoo. So of course it's making a load of cash. So by the definitions I put forth, which is drawing attention and making cash, SpongeBob is insanely successful. Okay, so why is he successful? Truth be told, when even though I made a distinction between good and successful, I do believe that in order to be successful, you kind of have to be good. Because if you're not good, if you don't tell a good story, if you don't make people laugh, if you don't make people cry, if you don't draw their attention in some way, no one's going to want to pay attention to you. One of the worst sins you can possibly commit with a work is not to be horrible, but it's actually to be mediocre, to be forgettable. Think of something you hate, a movie, TV show, whatever, something that makes you rage and seethe. You're thinking about it right now in a way that is successful. When you stomp your feet and throw a tantrum and say, ooh, I hate that show. Ooh, I hate those writers. Oh, they make me so mad. Rent-free in your head, man. They have your attention. So in a way, that is its own success. So something can be horrendously bad and be, very attention-grabbing. Whether or not that can generate revenue kind of depends on its business model. Sometimes something that's really horrible can be very successful monetarily wise because maybe just out of ad revenue alone. Like think of like a YouTube video that makes you angry, so you click the dislike button. That's still engagement, by the way. So if you click the dislike button and you leave an angry comment on a YouTube video saying, oh, you're stupid and you're wrong, you're still giving that video engagement, and that video has advertisements on it, and that ad revenue is going into that creator's wallet. That's still a successful video. So something can be terrible, and if it has the right business model, where just by viewing it and interacting it and hating on it, it generates the ad revenue or what have you, it can still be monetarily successful, and thus, by holding your attention and by making money, it is technically successful even if it's bad. But let's focus on the good, because I personally do not want to be known for making something that is bad. I want to make something that is good. I want Schneeevil and any other thing I make to be good. And that's how I want to draw attention to it. So what do I believe SpongeBob does that ultimately makes it successful? Well, not only is it and this is talking about how it's good, not only is it what I believe to be well written, and I specifically, when I'm referring to SpongeBob, I usually refer to what I call the Hillenburg run, which is seasons 1 through 3 and the first SpongeBob movie they made, because that's when the creator, Steven Hillenburg, was still in charge of the project, and it was still his vision. And honestly, I believe SpongeBob is still successful because Steven Hillenburg made it good, so when he left, it essentially could ride on its laurels for all eternity. Anyway, so when I think about that, not only is it really funny, really unique, and really lovable with really great quotes, there's so many SpongeBob quotes, I also believe that the reason why it's successful is because it is palatable. And what do I mean by that? On a visual standpoint, SpongeBob and Friends are really fun to look at because they use this really universal thingy in animation, which is the silhouette, right? The silhouette being if you completely blank out a cartoon character's features, so it's just their silhouette, just their shadow, you can still see a distinct shape. And SpongeBob is a great distinct shape. He's a square cut sponge. He's very nice and easy to look at. It's tickling that monkey brain of like nice blocky shape. And of course you got Patrick, who's this nice star shape, nice, well-rounded. There's a lot of these little tricks that you do to make like cutesy cartoon characters or things like that are easily made into toys, which means that people are more likely to buy them, and spend money. That's revenue. And so, using me as the example, I got those SpongeBob folders because, it had SpongeBob on it. And I like the little cartoon design. So I think it was well designed. So it's palatable. That's what I mean by that, is that it's easy on the eyes. You want to look at SpongeBob. You want to look at Patrick and Squidward and Mr. Krabs and Sandy and Plankton and all those little fish. It's fun. Bikini Bottom has a great design with like these tube-like cylinder buildings and whatnot, and how all the cars are boats. It's all these great visual things that are just fun to watch. It holds your attention. You're seeing these cute little things happen. I believe that's another big part of what makes SpongeBob such a success. The final big thing I believe that SpongeBob is successful is actually a reason why I think other big things are successful. And what I'm talking about is things like Star Wars, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. What's another really good one? I can't think of something right now, but the point is, what do all those things I was talking about have in common? And I believe the thing that they have in common is that they have a world, which is a world that you, the audience member, wants to be a part of. When you think about Harry Potter, you think, oh, wow, the wizarding world. How great would it be if I could get the letter to Hogwarts and I could hang around with my friends and wave magic wands and brew potions? With Star Wars, it's like, oh, how cool would it be to be a Jedi? You know, I can have my big glow stick that's really pretty and bright colors, and I can move things with my mind, and I can be a space wizard. And with, I believe SpongeBob kind of has that same appeal. It is a world you want to be with. You think like, how funny would it be if I could go to Bikini Bottom and go down to the Krusty Krab and have me a Krabby Patty and, you know, drive around in a funny little boatmobile and see SpongeBob fail his boating test again. You know, it has that. It makes you want to engage in it. Again, using Harry Potter, think about how, Diagon Alley in Universal out here in California. You know, they have a whole section. No, it's Hogsmeade, I think, not Diagon Alley. Hogsmeade. They had the Hogsmeade section in Universal Studios, right? Because it's giving you the illusion of being part of the Harry Potter world. You know, that is marketable. Okay, that can make money. So I believe that that's another huge factor in making a successful work, is that you have to make a world that people want to be a part of. They are willing to pay attention to the world because they like it, and they want to be a part of that world, and they are willing to spend their cash to feel like they're a part of that world, to engage with that illusion. That, I believe, is another big successful factor in SpongeBob. So, what can I learn, and I guess in turn you, if you are creative or if you're just interested in this subject, what can you learn and extrapolate from this knowledge? In my case, if I'm taking Valicia, because she is also the other subject of the Speedpaint, I am going to need, if I want Schneeevil to be successful, to make the cartoon a good cartoon. Obviously, first and foremost, I'd actually want to make something good. I'm going to need to make the designs palatable. I kind of went out of my way to make sure that they were palatable, at least as far as I can see. Like, I specifically wanted to make sure all of my characters have strong silhouettes, and the world that they live in is kind of fun. And speaking of the world they live in, I want to make sure that the planet of Schnee is kind of a fun place to be. You know, it's a place that you, the audience, hopefully can say like, oh wow, how great would it be if I could be on Schnee and I could be with the Schneevians and you know, dance around to 60s music and make outdated references to things around the 50s and 60s, because that's kind of the shtick of Schnee, is that it's supposed to be kind of like this, you know, Hanna-Barbera-esque 50s, 60s, like, you know, the cool kids kind of stuff that you see in like the Jetsons and other Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Anyway, I want to hopefully get you, the audience, to want to be a part of the world of Schneeevil. And hopefully you enjoy the characters, you enjoy their world, because I want this to be successful, and hopefully that means that you will give me money. But no, I want this to be successful. I do want to be able to, you know, make revenue off of good ideas. I want to be able to take that oodles of revenue and funnel it back into the work to give you better content and create my own legacy and, you know, create more works. And that's the hope. You know, ultimately, I want to learn from things like SpongeBob, from things like Star Wars, from Harry Potter, from other successful things, to make something like it, you know, something that ultimately is enjoyable and that you can engage with, and that gives me money. But yeah. Anyway, I'll go ahead and wrap it up there for today. So you people know what to do. If you like what you see and you want to see more, tickle the buttons so that you can pay attention to what comes next on this crazy channel. Also remember to share and comment because you want to spread the good word, and I want to hear your good word. And, of course, it's more magic for the algorithm. And if you wish to stalk me elsewhere on Interbuts, I always leave my social media links here on the screen. And as always, I try to push extra hard on minds.com because it's a new alternative social media site that I want to encourage people using to promote internet diversity. And with all that said, I thank you for spending this time with me in this New Year video. I hope you all stick around for the rest of the year, and of course the years to come. And until next time, adieu, sales!